In this money math video, I'm going to explain what simple interest is, where you might see it in your daily financial life, and I will review the simple interest equation. Now, do not worry that we are going to be using math in this video. I'm going to make the explanation as easy and simple as possible. And the good news is you will not need a calculator or an abacus to follow along with the examples. To start us off, you can think of interest as the cost to borrow money. When someone wants to borrow money, the person lending the money will typically want something in return for giving out their money to the borrower. The lender will add on the cost of borrowing in the form of interest. Let's look at an example of simple interest when borrowing. Bill wants to borrow $1,000 to buy a car. Bill goes to the bank and he talks to Sally, who works in the loan department. Sally evaluates Bill's financial history and she decides to offer Bill a $1,000 loan with an interest rate of 5%. The loan must be paid in full at the end of 2 years. In this example, the 5% interest rate is the cost of borrowing for Bill. Sally then tells Bill that the interest will be charged on the loan at the end of each year. At the end of the first year, the loan balance is $1,000. Which means the simple interest will be calculated as follows. We take $1,000 times 0.05, which will give us 5% of 1,000, and this equals $50. Bill owes $50 of interest at the end of the first year. Now, what if at the end of the second year, the balance is still $1,000? The interest that Bill will owe at the end of the second year is going to be calculated the same way. We take $1,000 times 0.05 and we get $50 of interest. Bill will have paid $100 in interest over 2 years on his loan. $50 in the first year, $50 in the second year. The key point with simple interest is that the interest does not compound over time. The interest is only applied to the existing balance of the loan. It is not applied to any accumulated interest, which is the case for compound interest. All things being equal, you will pay less in interest using simple interest compared to compound interest. Simple interest can be used when borrowing short-term or long-term. Examples when borrowing short-term would be a car loan or a personal loan. And an example of long-term using simple interest would be a mortgage. Now, for all the math lovers out there, let us look at the equation to calculate simple interest. Simple interest equals P times R times N, where P equals principal, this is the loan amount, R equals the interest rate, and N equals the term of the loan in years. The higher the interest rate and the longer the term of the loan means that you will pay more in interest. You've just learned what simple interest is, have seen an example of simple interest. You can identify when you might see it in your daily life, and you even know the equation for simple interest. Great job. And you didn't even have to use a calculator or abacus. For more personal finance content, please check out our website and YouTube channel. As a reminder, this video is provided for general education purposes only. It is not intended to provide financial advice specific to your situation.